Welcome to Lester Percussion Studio, and I'm glad you came back to watch part 2 of my series called Drumset Swing for Youngsters. Now, if you haven't seen part 1, I would encourage you to go back and see part 1, then come back to this one. I have a list of things that I want to talk about in this lesson. Number 1, drumset players improvise. Written charts are only a guide. You do not have to read every note on the chart to play a jazz band chart. Jazz band charts are written expecting that the drummer is already a good player, knowing that you can keep a steady beat, you play the right style for the song, you play appropriate dynamics, and you communicate with the band. So, set up syncopated ensemble entrances with an accent on the beat or a simple fill leading the band into the entrance. That's another thing to do. Simplify the ride cymbal pattern to quarter notes so the left hand on the snare can join the band. Let me see if I can make up some kind of example of that. We talked on the other video about going 1, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1. Ba dee da ba ba ba. Okay, I just made up something there. Okay, so you want to be able to ad lib and join the band and play what the band plays, especially when there's big ensemble hits, you know, like all the horns come in together. You want to set that up and lead them into it and come down with a big crash. And by the way, crashes need a drum with it. Don't do this. No, it doesn't sound good. This is better. So basically, cymbals are only added to the accent played by a drum. So accents are played on drums, and the crash cymbal is added to give it length. So sometimes you can play rhythms that the horn is doing, like on a section, like maybe the trombones are doing something, and you just want to play with them. But when it comes time for a whole band entrance to come in, you want to lead them into that. Like on the end of one, you might go 1, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So be able to ad-lib your parts and sing the horn parts along in your head. Be able to sing your parts. Okay, now when you practice, you can work on technique, like see how fast you can get around the drums and stuff like that. But don't think then, just because you learned it yesterday, that you got to put it in today's rehearsal. Play by ear. Play what sounds good with the band. And if you overstep your bounds, which we all have done in the past, your band director will say, okay, yeah, you need to tone that down a little bit. Not quite so busy here, or it's too loud or something like that. Then just trust that they know what they're doing and they'll tell you what to do. I often get a chance to play drum set in a 60-piece concert band. And when I do that, I make sure I set up with my music stand right over my hi-hat so I can reach it and turn pages. And I rotate the drum set on the stage wherever I am so that my face and that music stand have the conductor right over the top of the stand. And when I have to make tempo changes, I follow the conductor and do the tempo changes. Then the band follows me because they can hear the drums. And so you want to make sure you can do that. Another thing that I want to mention is keep your feet playing all the time. And right now I got 4 on the floor on the bass drum with the hi-hat on 2 and 4. And if I play around the toms, it's like talking to your friend when you're walking. You know, if you're talking to your friend and you're walking to the next class, you're talking to your friend. You're not thinking about what foot you're using. So feet should just play by themselves. And so you can do something like this. My feet kept going. Okay. Another thing about fills. Playing triplets, the music is organized in triplets, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. But we don't have to move from drum to drum in that triplet because you're going to get caught in an awkward sticking. Let me see if I can make one up here. 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, cross. There was my awkward sticking. What would work out better is if you can go in groups of 2s or 6s and maybe even 4s, but even numbers. Why? Because I have 2 hands and triplets don't work. 3 and 2 don't go together all that well. So one good fill is, I think I did this on the part 1 video, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1. That worked really well. Or 2 triplets, 3 times 2 is 6. So we just want to alternate hands as much as possible. So the other thing I want to mention, and keep this video short, is I already said this at the beginning of this video. What do judges want? Say your jazz band director enters your band in a contest where there's going to be judges out in the audience listening. They're not going to be looking at the drum part and seeing if you play every note on the drum part. They're not going to look at that. What they do want, number 1, a steady beat. Number 2, the right style for the song you're playing. It might be a swing beat. It might be a bossa nova beat. It might be a jazz waltz. You got to know the style of the beat, which beat goes with the style you're playing. Got to know that. And appropriate dynamics. If you play like a heavy rock drummer all the time, you're not going to make it on ballads. You know, you got to know when to back off and when to be soft and in the background. Like if you're playing brushes on a ballad, and again, keep that heel down on the bass drum, just very relaxed and soft. So you got to play in all kinds of different dynamics. And of course, your ability to communicate to the band and set the band up for a big entrance. And the fun part, what I call dumping the truck. So you get to the end of the song and you hit everything in sight. Dump the truck. And that's a lot of fun. So that's where you can let everything hang out. That's why we call it dumping the truck. That's about what it's like. Hit everything in sight as fast as you can. Okay, so that's it for part 2. I think my next one coming up will be about shuffle patterns. So I'll give you some examples on what we can do with that. So for now, I'm going to let you go, and I hope you come back for the shuffle video that's next. And I hope you went back and saw part 1 of this drum set swing series. And so please like and subscribe to Lester Percussion Studio. And I'll see what I can throw out there next time. All right, take care. Bye.